Chet and Bruce would create a dynasty in the color guard and drill team world. The 70s would bring many championships with Chet and the Imperials. Many CYO, Eastern Mass, World Open, DCI, and WGI championships were won under his direction. Chet devoted his life to St. Anthony's. In the process, the program became a perennial national contender. He became a second father to many, giving freely of his time and providing the girls a viable program that resulted in lasting, lifelong memories. While some may have characterized Chet as strong-minded, no one could question his passion and dedication to the activity. For all the young women who had the honor to wear the Imperials uniform, it marked a special time in their lives, and they salute Chet for making the program a reality. At his side, throughout his tenure as director, was his wonderful wife, Selma, who was loved by all that knew her, as well as his children, Irene, Christine, and the late Jerry. Would you please welcome his grandson, Brian, to accept the new season.
Thank you so much for that introduction. I know that I couldn't possibly have done my grandfather justice as well as you did, so thank you. And I've written my remarks down on my phone, so I promise I'm not checking texts or emails. I'm reading what I've prepared for tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian Underwood. I'm Chet's grandson, and also Christine Aglucia's now Underwood's son. So Jerry, I'll be happy to pass along your fantastic review of her color guard skills. Thrilled.
Oh, wait, can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Sorry about that.
Jerry.
So on behalf of my grandfather's children, Irene Allberg, the late Jerry Paglucia, and my mother Christine Underwood, I'd really like to thank the Massachusetts Drum Corps and Music Educators Hall of Fame for this fantastic honor, and I'm so honored to be up here accepting it on his behalf. I will absolutely keep these remarks brief because nothing I say up here can possibly compare to the many personal memories that many of you have in this room of my grandfather. As many of you know, he started the St. Anthony Imperials in 1957, and it was a huge, huge part of his life. Although he passed away when I was 11, it'll be 25 years this fall. I remember him talking fondly about drill. There's been a lot of talk tonight about friendship. But my grandfather really considered the St. Anthony's Imperials team part of his family. And he dedicated so much of his life to it. And I know that there are so many people that he would thank by name, but I'm positive that the one person that he would thank by name if he were up here accepting this award would be my grandmother, Thelma Paglucia. His dedication to St. Anthony's would definitely not have been possible without her support. So again, I'm very honored to be up here accepting this award. It's been great to reconnect with so many people that I haven't seen in such a long time that were such an important part of his life. So thank you again very much.
Thank you very much. Great to meet you, Chet. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, we have Bruce Leo. Bruce is nominated by his brother David. And David will speak on Bruce's behalf tonight. I'm just going to read a little bit of his history. He actually started as a bass drummer with the color guard and drill team at St. Anthony's in 1960. He went on to become an instructor for the St. Anthony's Junior Color Guard, the St. Anthony's Imperial Senior Guard and drill team. He was on the advisory board of the CYO Music Circuit. He was an instructor with the Boston Crusaders, St. Williams of Dorchester, and the 27 Lancers. One thing I didn't know, he was managing editor of Drum Corps News from 1973 to 76. 77-78 is instructor and co-director of the Westminster Royal Color Guard and the director of the Anaheim Kingsmen. In 2009, he was inducted into the Winter Guard International Hall of Fame. His accomplishments: 73 CYO Drill Team and Color Guard champion, 74 CYO Drill Team and Color Guard champions, 75 the same, 76 Eastern Mass, 3 consecutive DCI Color Guard championships, 77 undefeated season, 78 CYO Color Guard champions, 79. How can we ever forget Candide? Under the instruction and creative direction of Bruce, from 73 to 77, Anthony's Imperials set the standard for what the activity was at that time and laid the foundation of what Winter Guard would eventually evolve into. They were the first color guard and drill team to break out of the traditional military M&M margin of maneuvering style of that era by incorporating more dance and by using the popular song, Broadway show tunes, and jazz music in their routines. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome David Leo, who is secretary.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming. Just a quick raise of hands. How many here besides the Imperials remember Bruce and St. Anthony's Imperials? Okay. Please indulge with me on a trip down memory lane for a few minutes, okay? Memory lane was actually more than a bar in summer. We won't go there right now. Anyway, I'm David Leo. Most of you know me as Bruce's kid brother. It was 6 of the most pivotal and influential years in color guard history. A brief period of time where the stars aligned over St. Anthony's Parish Hall and every Mass, with a manager, an instructor, and a group of classy young ladies who came together as one singular sensation. To create one of the most iconic and kick-ass color guards of all time. A color guard who epitomized class, poise, style, grace, and creativity, and who delivered routines that would change the direction of color guard forever. Don't ask me where I'm going, just listen when I'm going. Tonight is the night that Bruce Leo, Chet Pag, and to me at least, the Imperials of St. Anthony's of Everett entered the Massachusetts Drum Corps and Music Educators Hall of Fame. Back in Everett in the 60s, it was easy not to even know that color guard and drill team existed. The activity had not yet attained the prominence it has now. And DCI and WGI were still years away from being conceived. The guards of the day were mostly affiliated with local churches as a youth activity for young women. And it was not afforded the same celebrity or acclaim some of the more traditional youth activities of the day received. Yet the families who participated in this subculture were as passionate, dedicated, talented, committed, and competitive as any group that I've ever witnessed. And it was out of this subculture that the Imperials rose to national prominence, and for a few years at least, dominance over their corner of the sky. And it was also from the subculture, and with these people, many of whom are here in this room tonight, that my brother Bruce found the creative outlet that he needed in order to fulfill his destiny. And together they put together the most exciting, cathartic, and most thrilling 15 minutes of color guard seen to that day. Now, while I'm sure there's lively and heated debate, over who should and shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, I actually think the criteria is quite simple: impact, influence, and awesomeness. Impact. From 1960 to his passing in 1978, Bruce was involved in myriad aspects of color guard and drum corps. Along with instructing St. Anthony's, Bruce also instructed color guard with the Boston Crusaders, the 27th Lancers, St. Williams of Dorchester, the Westminster Royal Guard, and he collaborated with Stanley Knopf one of the founders of WGI, with the Seattle, Washington Imperials, bringing East Coast equipment handling to West Coast theatrics, and helping set the stage for what Color Guard is today. He served as the director of the Anaheim Kingsmen Drum and Bugle Corps, was the youngest member of the CYO Circuit Advisory Board, and was the managing editor of Drum Corps News, and had the honor of publishing a lot of the photographs of one of our other honorees this evening. In 2009, Bruce was inducted into the Winter Guard International Hall of Fame. From 1973 to 1978, Bruce, Chet, and the Imperials won 21 regional and national drill team and color guard championships, consisting of 3 consecutive CYO drill team championships, 4 in total, 3 consecutive CYO color guard championships, 5 in total, 2 Eastern Mass drill team championships, 3 consecutive Eastern Mass color guard championships, 2 consecutive World Open color guard championships, and they were the first DCI, later to become WGI, drill team and color guard champions, winning the first 2 drill teams, the first 3 color guard, and missing the 4th consecutive color guard by 1/10 of a point. Not to mention numerous best in class awards for sabers, rifles, and flags. Thank you.
Go get it, Bruce!
Influence. Simply put, Bruce made me and thousands of others love color guard. He propelled hundreds of young people to pick up guns and swords and pointy long spears and spit them and throw them as fast and high as they could. And his influence is everywhere. He set a high standard for excellence, dedication, and work ethic, both on and off the competition floor. And he helped instill pride and self-esteem in countless young ladies of the 60s and 70s by making them believe that they could become, and then helping them become champions. He was one of, if not the first instructor to break the rigid military style of the day. Beginning in 1969 with Oubla Di Oublata and a simple toe tap,
That's right.
to hip swaying to the jungle and smooth jazz rhythms of Chuck Mangione Band of Make Believe in 1970. In 74 and 75, Bruce and his Imperials introduced Broadway music, staging, and theme to Color Guard, inviting all to join us with Pippin and Magic to Do, pointing their finger and connecting with and inviting you to watch the magic that was about to occur just for you. In 76, one from a chorus line, a bold statement of singular sensation, claiming maddening poise and effortless world, didn't disappoint either. They threw down the gauntlet, saying, once you see us, then nobody else will do. And guess what? They were right. They inspired dozens of drum corps and color guard people, from judges to instructors to musicians of diverse genres and backgrounds, some of whom are already in the Hall of Fame, and some who may be on a Hall of Fame trajectory themselves. Okay, impact, check. Influence, check. And the final criteria? Awesomeness. There's a simple test for that. What if you had never heard of Bruce Lee or the Imperials before? And what if you had never heard a note of the music they used, seen any of their routines, or had little or no idea of what color guard was? And what if you happened to wander into the Everett Armory on a bitterly cold winter night to find the entire audience, hundreds of people, on their feet, clapping, screaming, wildly, music blaring, while the Imperials, in all of their glory, executed their routine to near perfection, with shoulders back, eyes straight, appearing oblivious to and above the frenzy of what they were creating around them. The saber line, spinning and tossing their sabers like a finely oiled machine, so fast and so hot that all you could see were flashes of metal. The rifle line, a whirling dervish in white, straps clacking against the wood, sounding like one when there were actually 6, fearlessly throwing their rifles in perfect unison, and holding your breath, knowing that one misstep could result in a cracked skull or worse. The flag line pushes their 8-foot poles to the limit with such strength and force as to almost bend the metal, the linens cracking like a whip under the force of their spin. All of them dressed in maroon and gold, perfectly spit-shine black boots, black Cossack fur hats, with gold plumes, white cummerbunds, catching their equipment under their legs, behind their backs, triple and quadruple tosses, the head shots, the double head shot, the burst. All happening in perfect harmony. The beautifully choreographed music, blaring music, never before seen in color guard. What would you say if you saw that? You say, that guy is fucking awesome, they belong in the house. Tonight we honor not only those
That's all right.
strong, wonderful, lovely young ladies who came together as one perfect flame, known as the Imperials. On behalf of my family, I would like to thank the nominating committee for bestowing this honor upon my brother, and to personally apologize for using the F word. However, for those of you who did Bruce, I think you would have approved. So before I sit down and take my picture, I'd like to call the Imperial captains up to the podium and take a picture with them. Terry Fitz, Peter Catalano, Sissy Carter, Lynn Dwyer, Karen Doyle, and Marius Takeda. Let's go out and take a picture with them.
Which captains?
Folks, when this photo is complete, I would like to have all the newest inductees, this year's inductees, to my left. All the current Hall of Fame members, the old timers who are here, to my right, so we can toast them with some champagne. All new Hall of Famers over here to my left.
Someone should have said something about Michael.
I said, they're calling up.
Is there any other American flag in this room? All right, the only.
No respect, still.
Okay, a couple more pictures. You're over this side. All right. Previous Hall of Fame winners over here, to my right. New Hall of Fame members to my left, grab a glass of champagne.
She ran for office, Bobby. That was awesome. I was. Fantastic.